Welcome back to Living Local. Looking to catch a movie this weekend? Lucky for you, we have Mike Schultz, arts editor for The Reader, here to tell us all about what's new at the Cineplex. Hey, man, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Yourself?
I'm doing great, man.
All right,
so
good.
you saw a couple movies this weekend.
I did.
Well, you always see
a lot
of movies.
I did.
Yeah. So let's start with The Fall Guy.
Let's start with The Fall Guy because
something we were looking forward to.
Yeah, I was disappointed in it. I really was.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been where the expectations were so high. Because it's Ryan Gosling, it's Emily Blunt. What could possibly go wrong? And nothing really goes wrong. It's just, it's a little bland. It is based on the TV series that had Lee Majors in the 1980s. Ryan Gosling plays a stuntman who gets lured into trying to find the missing star of his latest picture. Emily Blunt is his ex-girlfriend. They have great banter.
Yeah.
They're a blast together. The stunt work is terrific, gotta say.
Amazing.
And it's mostly all practical effects. There's almost no CGI, as far as I know, in this at all. The problem is, I have problems with the storyline that didn't make sense to me. The movie made me think too much. And that was my biggest issue. I'm like, I don't want to think, I just want to enjoy things. But the basic setup of why Ryan Gosling gets brought into this story to look for this guy he barely knows doesn't make sense. The movie they're working on looks terrible. And we're supposed to think this is going to be the big blockbuster masterpiece that was going to make Emily Blunt's career. I kept using my brain.
Yeah.
How about you?
I had a good time.
Okay, good.
And I had fun, but I kept thinking, because I thought too, that was this two different movies that they were like, let's just put them together.
Let's just squish them.
Should be fine.
Exactly right.
And I felt that way.
The tones kept getting in each other's way, I thought. And as far as the stunts go, great work, but nothing really. There isn't a stunt that I remember from it.
Sure.
There's nothing that's really original. It's a lot of slow motion, jumping in the air or jumping with cars.
Right.
Stuff we've seen before. It's done beautifully. That spinning dumpster is the only really interesting stunt in the whole movie. So it just kind of sat there for me.
And the guy
crazy
that broke the world record, that's cool that he did that. You know, the 8.5 barrel rolls. But yeah, I had a great time.
Good.
And I laughed.
Okay.
Sometimes.
I smiled.
Yeah,
more often
you
than
smized.
I did.
Yeah.
At best, yes. Anywho.
Yeah, so that's The Fall Guy. So let's talk
along.
about the idea of you. Who doesn't love Anne Hathaway?
Who doesn't love Anne Hathaway?
Even if she's in a lackluster movie.
Yeah, well, the movie isn't bad.
It's okay.
It's okay. The movie's not bad, and she is amazing.
Oh, she's great. She's always great.
Yes, The Idea of You. It is streaming on Prime right now. It is about a 40-year-old mom who takes her 17-year-old daughter to Coachella to see the girl's favorite band. When the girl was 12, she's less excited right now.
Right.
And there's a meet cute where Anne Hathaway and the lead singer of this band, who's about 21, 22, they have a little romantic tete-a-tete, and he falls madly in love with her, and Anne Hathaway spends most of the movie going, give me a break. Come on, there's no way this can possibly work. But she falls for him as well. And what's cool about the movie, beyond the beautiful Anne Hathaway performance, is that they treat it seriously.
Oh, yeah, it's serious as a heart attack.
Very, very much so. They show what the fans would basically do if one of their idols fell in love with somebody twice his age. They're not having it. And so she gets in trouble with the fans. She gets in trouble with his bandmates. Her ex-husband isn't too thrilled. It actually treats it with sincerity and seriousness, and I found it actually surprisingly moving, considering it's a goofy rom-com setup. Yeah, I really quite liked it.
I thought it was fine. Yeah. It wasn't my favorite thing that I've seen, but Anne Hathaway is just...
Man, she's good.
Oh, she's lovely.
I miss her. It feels like we don't get enough Anne Hathaway in our lives.
I know. I don't know what happened.
Bring on more.
But we need to... There's that Devil Wears Prada, too. Get them both back together.
Indeed. Oh, that would be cool.
Hey, wouldn't it?
I didn't even think about that. You're right. It was a Prada weekend.
I know. I love that.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Blockbusters are back.
One movie opening this weekend. This is it, but it's big enough for two. It's 2.5 hours long, and it is a return to the franchise, and an amazing franchise it is. The first three Planet of the Apes movies from the last decade are just stunning. This one takes place, it starts immediately after the last one, War of the Planet of the Apes, from 2017, and then it jumps ahead about 300 years in the future, where apes are fully in control and fully talking. And although they were peaceful once upon a time, there are now different factions of apes in this world who, of course, want to take over. And the humans, as you can see, are still around. They just have lost the ability to speak. So basically, our roles with apes have fundamentally reversed 300 years in the future. This is all about a young chimpanzee who has to find his missing family after a warrior group abducts them. He winds up teaming up with a human. He learns that this particular human can talk. And so it's kind of like a can't we all just get along type of adventure. I can't wait.
No, it looks
the effects look amazing.
It looks stunning. All these movies are great.
Indeed.
I really love them a lot. So I'm excited. Summer blockbuster movies are on their way.
It's time. Yeah, it is May, so we must be deep in the summer by now.
Well, let's go over what you talked about here, Mike. The movies in review are The Fall Guy and The Idea of You, and new in theaters is The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Hey, man, thank you very much.
A pleasure as always.
Absolutely,
Thanks.
my friend. You can read Mike's movie reviews online at rcreader.com. We'll have all those details posted at ourquadcities.com.